check, you are regular at your exercise sessions, and maybe you have even eased back on stress. Yet, when you look at your body changes, you're losing weight but no inches. Or vice versa, you're losing inches but no weight. Of course, you're expecting both to be decreasing over time, but one is stuck. What's going on? Should you be alarmed? By the end of this video, you'll know the 6 factors that may be jamming your weight or inches, and if it is actually a cause for worry. Hi Viva fam, Richa here, weight loss coach at CoachViva.com. If you're an analytical thinker trying to lose weight, subscribe and hit the bell icon for new science-backed and practical videos every week. Also, heads up, a few spots have opened up for the free one-to-one consult for my Badass Body Boss program. So stick around until the end for the announcement and that. Now let's get started. Let's start with the factors that influence your progress. First factor is sodium, water, and carb intake. Your body needs to keep a balanced sodium to water ratio, and so if you consume too much sodium, your body retains a whole bunch of water. Your body also retains a lot of water if you have been dehydrated as a way to make up for the lack of incoming water. And lastly, if you have high carb foods, your body stores the excess carbs as glycogen because honestly, carbs are the most efficient source of energy. Meaning if you suddenly broke into a run, your body wants to switch to burning glycogen immediately to enable your run. But the thing is, each gram of glycogen must be stored with 2.7 grams of water. So summing all 3 situations up, what does it mean in practice? It means that whenever you eat out or suddenly eat larger portions, your body gets an influx of high sodium and carbs, which then causes a lot of water retention and glycogen storage, and that results in a weight spike. Here's a graph from a real client of ours showing the huge spike in weight after eating out the day before. So if you're losing inches but see your weight not drop, it's likely that you're overall in a calorie deficit and are losing fat. But the water and glycogen retention is causing your weight to not drop. What you can do is to get more consistent with your sodium, water, and carb intake so these spikes and drops don't happen. On the other hand, if you're losing weight but not inches, it's likely that a lot of the weight loss you're seeing is simply water and glycogen loss and not fat loss. This usually happens if you drastically cut your calories and or adopt lower than normal carb eating habits. You want to make sure that you're indeed in a calorie deficit and reignite fat loss. Second factor is sleep and stress. If you tend to be chronically stressed and sleep poorly, then your body tends to retain water and cling to fat even if you're eating in a deficit. As you can see here, for 2 weeks of poor sleep, this client had to have 1 week of recovery before their body relaxed. If you're losing inches but not weight, then sleep and stress are probably not an issue for you. But if you're losing weight but not inches, then it's possible that you need to improve your sleep quality and lower your stress levels. Third factor is your exercise. If you just started exercising intensely and are sore, that soreness is essentially inflammation. Your body is retaining water. If you're losing inches but not weight, then this could be the cause. There is nothing to be done here other than to keep at it, and eventually when the soreness-induced inflammation subsides, you'll see weight loss. Another exercise-related reason for losing inches but not weight is you're putting on muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat, but is more compact. If you have weeks where you are losing fat but gaining more lean mass than the fat you lost, you won't see the scale reflect this. Here is a graph from a client where notice she gains weight here but loses inches. This is a surefire indication of having gained more lean mass than lost fat and that she's actually making progress regardless of what the scale says. Congratulations. But if you're losing weight but not inches and you're exercising, then it's possible that the exercise frequency, duration, and or intensity you're doing combined with a lack of proper nutrition is causing muscle loss. The reason for this is because muscle is expensive for your body to maintain. So if you're overtraining by pushing yourself hard while not fueling properly with nutrition, your body will think the best way to meet the poor nutrition supply is to get rid of the expensive stuff, your muscle. If this is you, dial back on exercise and up your nutrition. Fourth factor is hormones. Hormones are like air traffic controllers telling your organs what to do. When they are in flux, they can cause fluctuations in water, glycogen, and fat retention. So if you're seeing inches drop, even if your weight isn't decreasing, one possible reason is if you're around your period. Many women experience bloating and water retention, which means you don't see your weight drop. Another reason could be simply your body drops inches sooner than weight. This can be especially true if you have been a chronic dieter or have insulin resistance. If you have PCOS, your body is in hormonal flux through much of the month due to irregular ovulation cycles. And therefore, it is common for you to not see your weight budge, but you will see your inches drop. Fear not. This means you are losing fat. Just keep at it. Now, if you're losing weight but not inches, it's hard to tell if hormones are affecting you. I suggest looking at the other 5 factors. The 5th factor is if you have food sensitivities or digestive distress monthly or more often. When your body is in digestive distress, you have chronic inflammation, which means your body is retaining water and clinging to fat. If you're losing inches but not weight, this means you have bloating, and you should remove foods that are causing digestive distress for you. If you're losing weight but not inches, then it is possible your body is chronically inflamed, and this is causing it to cling to fat. You want to figure out which foods to moderate or avoid to resolve your digestive distress. The 6th factor is how your body chooses to lose fat. You cannot spot reduce, which means your body decides where to lose fat from. So if you're seeing your weight drop but inches are stuck, then it is possible that you're losing visceral fat instead of subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous fat is fat that you can see, it's right under your skin, and you can hold it. While visceral fat is deep within your abdomen, wrapped around your organs, and is by far more dangerous. When you're dropping weight but not inches, and if your nutrition and exercise is on point, it's possible that you're just losing visceral fat, which is why your weight is decreasing, but since your subcutaneous fat is constant so far, you aren't seeing inches drop. Another reason you may see your weight drop but not inches is because you're just not measuring your body in places where the inches are dropping. For example, your face or your chest. Okay, now you have a checklist of all 6 factors, but when should you take action? The first day you don't see your weight or inches drop, the 3rd day, the 5th day? If you're seeing inches drop but not weight, we have commonly seen no weight change for 6 weeks of continuous inch drops. Generally, if you're dropping inches, even if you're not dropping weight, you're doing fine. Just keep at it and eventually your weight will start dropping. Now, in the opposite case, where you're seeing weight drop but not inches, wait for 3 weeks to see no inches drop in your waist, hip, or neck areas. If none of those 3 areas budge in 3 weeks, go back to the table of factors from earlier in this video, pick the most likely factor causing this problem, and focus on fixing it. Then evaluate again after 3 weeks, and so on. As you can see, there are so many factors to progress, and they're all intermingled. Teasing them apart to know what to focus on and what all to ignore is both an art and a science. I have years of experience helping students untangle all of this and get them to make progress without feeling overwhelmed or frustrated. And if you want my help too, check out the Badass Body Boss program. The program is built for you if you, 1, value learning in depth the science and psychology behind the entire process, 2, believe that weight loss need not be so complicated, that each method out there works for someone at some stage, and that you just need a clear plan to finding your methods for your stage, and 3, are excited by the idea of working in a collaborative fashion with me to build your customized, sustainable roadmap to lifelong success. If that's you, good news. A few spots have opened up for a free one-to-one consultation call. Note, this is not a coaching call, and that booking a call does not guarantee you'll be admitted into the program. So if you're serious, click on the link in the description below to book a one-to-one consultation call for the Badass Body Boss program. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, be sure to subscribe or follow us on Instagram, and share this video with whoever else you feel could use this information. And be sure to check out these 2 videos to learn more about how to lose fat and gain muscle like a body boss. You can do it.